Revenge films.
The other day, I found out Mom was stealing money from me. Dad was away on business. He lived abroad. He came back once a year. So, it was just me and Mom. She was a pretty normal person. She went out shopping and ate dinner with her friends from time to time. You know, the usual stuff. When I got into college, Dad called me and said, "I'll tell your mother to send you money every month." My dad was doing pretty well for himself. He always provided for us. But then...
Dad's company isn't doing well. We can pay for the tuition, but that's it.
That's never happened before. I was shocked to hear that. I thought about giving up on college for a second. But they were still gonna pay for my tuition, so I should be grateful. I can always get a job to pay for everything else. After starting school, I looked for a job. I found a good job at a restaurant. The people there were really nice. Some of them have been working there for years. Others were college students like me, working there part-time to pay for textbooks and stuff. Work was a lot of fun. Plus, I got free food at work, so that was nice too. Since we're close to the school, I hire a lot of students from there. Just trying to help, you know? My parents paid for the tuition, but I had to pay for everything else, so whenever I wasn't in class, I worked. On weekdays, I went to class during the day and worked at the restaurant at night. It was tough, but I managed. The people at work were really supportive too. My family was pretty wealthy, but unlike Mom, I wasn't that interested in spending money on stuff. So I always ate the cheapest thing I could get. Food was food. Life was pretty good. Then, on New Year's holiday, I went back to see Mom. Dad was coming home too. It's been a while since the three of us got together. I got there before Dad. Then, when Dad arrived, he said to me, "You doing all right? If you need more money, just tell me, okay?" I had no idea what he was talking about. Then I saw all the souvenirs he brought back. Mom said we were broke, but I was starting to wonder if that was true. Every time he came home, he got us tons of stuff from abroad. He always bought too much though. We always had to give them away to our neighbors. Then I looked at Mom. She looked nervous for some reason. Then I said to him, "Money? What money?" Then Dad stared angrily at Mom. "What's going on here? I sent you plenty of money." Oh, I see what's going on here. Work was fun and I made friends there too, but having to work almost every day was pretty tough too. I turned around and looked at Mom. Then,
I'm so sorry.
She got down on the floor and apologized. I was shocked. She was stealing money from me. What was she spending all that money on? Was she having an affair or something? Turns out she was spending all that money on luxurious dinners and vacations. Still, what kind of mother does that? Stealing from her own son? I was more shocked than angry. You refused to travel abroad with me, and now this? You can't even take care of our son for me? That's it. We're getting a divorce. Then he kicked her out of the house. All I could do was just stand there and watch. Mom was crying outside the door, but she gave up after 5 minutes or so. Her parents lived nearby, so that's probably where she went. I was still processing all of this. Then Dad said to me, "Everything's gonna work out," he said with a smile. Turns out he was seeing someone. He wanted to leave Mom for her all along. He said as long as he paid Mom, she'd be fine with it. I couldn't believe it. He just kicked his wife out of his house and he's already thinking about marrying his mistress? I couldn't believe what he was saying. Then, after a few months, they got a divorce. I decided to live with Dad. Then he married his subordinate in summer. She was 20 years younger than him. She was almost my age. I guess age doesn't matter when you're in love, but it was kind of weird, to be honest. I mean, they were no longer family, but to me, they were still my parents. It took me a while to process all of this. I never had a problem with Mom until the incident. As for Dad, I barely knew him. He was always working. After he got back, he told me that he was going to sell the house and move into a condominium in the city. He asked me if I wanted to live with them, but I said no. Legally, this new woman was my mom now, but living with her? I don't think so. She was only a few years older than me. Plus, they were newlyweds. They probably didn't want me around. But now that I think about it, he was probably cheating on Mom for years. He was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to leave her. What Mom did was unforgivable. Who steals money from her own son to go on vacation, right? I managed to do both, but some days I felt really tired in class. Still, she prioritized her own needs before mine. And Dad, after cheating on her for years, he just threw her out like she was nothing. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything when he asked me about the money. Maybe this was partially my fault. Everything's gonna work out. I still remember the look on his face when he said that. It made me sick. Ever since he came back to the country, he tried to be good to me. But why did he ask me to live with him? They're newlyweds. Maybe he wanted to spend time with me because he was barely around when I was a kid. Either way, I didn't really want to live with him, so I stayed at my own place. He did start sending me money though, so I was able to quit my job and focus on my studies. After graduating, I moved into the city and got a place of my own. Mom still calls from time to time. She says she feels really bad for what she did. I mean, what she did was pretty terrible, but technically, it wasn't my money. So I told her that I forgive her. I still talk to her from time to time. Dad calls me too, but most of the time we just make small talk and that's it. They might be divorced, but they're still my parents. I hope things work out for both of them.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.